John, so I want to talk to you about the rental market. I know that you've had you've rented a few places before Christmas, and I know that you're working with several potential tenants right now. And you've had quite the experience, and the market seems to have changed quite a bit, even over the last 6 months. Do you want to give a few details about what's happened?
Yeah, the rental market certainly has changed. So it's become very hot right now, obviously tied into the rise in the interest rates and maybe some people not being able to get qualified to purchase or maybe just getting out of the game anyway and deciding just to rent. But it's driving the rental market up for sure. I've got three A1 clients right now. I just put an offer in this week for a client. They had credit ratings of 800 and 768. Those are phenomenal credit ratings. That's one of the first things that landlords look at is what's your credit rating. Everybody wants to know what it is. They're employed, they're stable, they don't have pets, they don't smoke, they don't vape or anything like that. And we offered on a place, and there was 8 other offers, and we didn't get it. They took another offer. I questioned the agent a little bit about it, but I mean, obviously it comes down to the landlord of what they want to accept, and I'm sure the other tenants were probably A1 as well. I do have challenges. I have 2 other rental clients that I'm struggling with as well. One is looking for a specific area, just waiting for something to kind of come up in his area that meets his criteria. One is a military client coming in out of town, but he does have a dog, and that's even a tougher challenge, is to try to find somebody that will be willing to take on a pet. If we go back 5, 6 months ago, I had clients that I showed 2 places to. Their credit rating was not strong at all, and their offer got accepted, and they moved in no problem. So I think certainly right now they would be a handful, a real challenge to get into a place right now. So they made the move at the right time, and they got in when it was easier to get in. The weather is better now. Everybody's out and about, and there's more people looking to get set up once their children are done with the school year. So the end of June is definitely a big move date for a lot of people. So that's what's happening right now. Most of the places that get listed are looking for June or July occupancy. So it is a challenge, but that's just one phase of the market that changes. That is certainly tied into sales as well. So whatever happens there, the opposite can sometimes happen with the rentals.
So maybe should go against the grain a little bit and be looking for a rental property because those kind of credit scores. I mean, there's been years that I never saw those kind of credit scores up for a place that I was trying to rent on my own behalf or representing a landlord. And to get somebody like that would have been wow, great. And you grab them, and now you're telling me they didn't get accepted. That's really changed.
Yeah, that's a good example, Terry, because I do have we did view another home that was not on MLS, it was on Marketplace, and I've had that owner actually contact me, reach out to me, and he's asking if my clients want to offer on it because he's got some shaky possibilities that he's probably not going to accept. And I think he just feels better dealing, even though we didn't go to MLS, he feels better dealing with an agent, and he knows a little bit about my clients because I gave him a little bit of background information. So I think he's hoping that we do offer on it, and we may offer on it. We have another showing on Saturday on a different place, and if that doesn't pan out for my clients, then maybe we go back to that other place and offer on that one if it's still available. So yeah, that's a good point for sure.
I find that things have changed over the years because even 3, 4 years ago, you did not see a lot of rentals on the MLS. That was kind of a secondary market. But now it seems the MLS has plenty of rentals, and that is a big change from a couple of years ago.
Yeah, for sure. There are a lot of rentals as you mentioned on MLS. I think mainly people are realizing that when you don't go to MLS, you don't get maybe perhaps always the strongest candidates that are coming to view your house, and I think a lot of people now are can be pickier about who they take on. Obviously, when as you mentioned, the clients that I had with such great credit ratings don't get the place. I was a little bit surprised myself. I certainly don't have the information on the other clients or the other tenants that got that had their offer accepted, but it was hard to beat. The package that my clients were able to put together to offer on it. So and it wasn't priced because it went for asking price, because that was one of the questions I asked the agent was, did they offer more? And he says no, they accepted the list price, the rental offer price. So I mean, and sometimes, and my client even brought that up to me as soon as I mentioned to him that there was 8 other offers. He says, could there be a bidding war, on this rental unit? Generally not a bidding war, but I have seen rental units go for higher than list price at times, and that usually happens when you're going to get multiple offers, and especially from strong candidates. And if somebody wants it bad enough and they can afford it, they will offer a higher amount than the list price, usually $100 or $200 more than the actual rent, and of course that's going to appeal to any landlord.
Yeah, and I happen to know 2 of the people that you're dealing with right now, and I'd be more than happy if I had a place to rent them. I'd be more than happy to have them as tenants. Very, very good candidates, and it's going to be tough to find them a decent place.
Yeah, that's for sure. But that's our job, to keep plugging away and keep looking, and hopefully the right place comes out, and hopefully we're not competing with too many other possibilities out there. So time will tell.
For sure.